Sampati to teach meditation instruction. So last week I think I have taught about the breathing meditation, how to practice. So I may repeat a little bit. So to practice the breathing meditation, have to focus around this area, on the nostril or on the upper lip. So not to aware inside, not to aware here and there outside. So the place are very sure until very improvement. So if you focus, try to do in breath, out breath, so later you can maintain your mind a very long time. If so, the mind will be more calm. So if you really improve, later may see something like a smoke. At that time you start to see. See by what? See by mind. Mind have ability to see the object if the mind is strong and powerful. So if you continue to practice on that, so sometimes for some people the light may be here and there, but not to pay attention, only pay attention on the breath, especially in the beginning. So later that like a bit dark light or like a smoke will be brighter and brighter. Later will be very bright. So in the beginning, you may not see brightness very long time, but slowly it will last, will be soon, and will be very long time. So on that, on that bright light, you can develop your concentration. So the levels of concentration are of four stages. Like a first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. Jhana is absorption. So the object is the same here on the bright light, but only differences is the mental factors arising in mind. So in the first jhana, 5 mental factors are arising, working together. So the function of 5 factors is called jhana. So because of these factors, the mind can stay here very long time, peacefully, calmly, like that. So do the second jhana, like reduce 1 or 2. If we reduce 1, so 4 factors are working. If we reduce 2, 3 factors are working. So it is called the second jhana. So in the first jhana need 5 factors, but in the second jhana only need 2 factors, because you have practiced this object. So next time if you try to move another factor, only 2 factors are working. It is called second jhana. So third jhana. So first to second, second to third, what is the difference? So concentration is more peaceful, more powerful, like that. Like you may have a car, so from low quality car to get to high quality car, like that. So easy to control, more smooth to go, like that. So to get fourth jhana, factors are the same too, but changing from happiness to neutral. So that's based on mental factors working in the mind. It is called first, second, third, fourth jhana, like that. So to change first to second, second to third, have some methods. So it is I may not say now because I want to say the other meditations. So Other time, the light is very stable, very bright. The mind is peaceful and calm. You can be happy like a young any time. So that jhana will produce happiness for you. So also it can be foundation of vipassana insight practicing. If we maintain that, can produce a good life in the future. So because of this, it is beneficial because we need to happy. We need to be happy in the practicing life. We need to be happy in life. Without happiness, to continue our life, it is very difficult. So happiness in good way is very beneficial for the life. So concentration can produce those results. If someone gets for the jhana, can continue vipassana practicing, so can do powerfully or can do long time. So because of this, mainly we practice concentration. So there are a few types of concentration we need to know, we need to practice. So this is a breathing meditation. So breathing meditation is just breathing, not other some ideas. So because of this, this practicing is we call concentration practicing or samatha, tranquility practicing. So not so much related to wisdom, but the mind is sharp, physically sharp and powerful, but not much understanding about the life. So another meditation maybe many people may learn, but only system may need to know clearly. So focusing body. The object of that meditation is focusing body. So it is called Janakābhivaṃsa or four element meditation. So it is a bit related to knowledge. It is the access of vipassana meditation, understanding about the life. So to understand about the life, we need to learn about the body. We have a physical body, we have a mental body. What are the concepts? What is its nature? So we need to learn all. So this meditation is the beginning point of vipassana practicing, or the gates of vipassana practicing. Whoever wants to practice vipassana systematically may need to cross this gate. Although we have practiced Anapana, need to go there to practice vipassana. Also, we can also go directly to this meditation. So it is a four element practicing. Many people meditate by focusing on the body, but how to focus? What is the way to focus? So for the beginners, we need to learn the four elements. Four elements: earth element, water element, fire element, and wind element. So four elements, four foundation of this body. So not only this body, any materialities, any things in the world composed of these four elements. For example, our body have a solid things like a flesh, bones, sinews, or organs. Those are mostly much earth element. The characteristics of earth element is something soft and hard. For example, this one, soft and hard. So it is like earth or cement. So some amount of hardness, but you will see different side. Can say soft, can say hard. So based on which side you see, it will appear in your mind. So need to contemplate soft and hard. If you contemplate or try to see closely, if you see softness, softness may appear in your mind. So body seems to be very soft. So like something jelly or like that. So in the same way, if you see hardness, the body will be very hard. Sometimes even can be like a stone. But we need to practice accordingly, properly. If not, it can be very hard. So if it is very hard, very difficult to stay, not compatible to stay. So because of this, some kind of elements we cannot see very long time. Just some amount of understanding, it is enough. So soft and hard is the characteristics of other elements. Another one is can see another way, gross, roughness and smoothness. If we rub our skin or any limbs, we may say it is smooth, or we may say it is gross, based on what you see. For example, my skin compared to the child, it is rough. Compared to some workers, maybe it is smooth. So based on what you see. If you see Gananga, if you think Gananga, it will appear in your mind quite clearly. If so, you understand that. So another characteristic, or another way to say, is heavy and light, heaviness and lightness. So our body, anyway, some amount of weight we have. Any materiality, if there is a materiality, there is a weight. So you can say it is heavy, you can say it is light, based on which side you see. So for example, this one may be lift up. If I'm very strong, this is a very, very light. But when I'm weak, and this is become heavy. So the same thing we can say it is heavy, it is light. So about the body, even in this body, you may sometimes may find the body is very light. The same, usually the same weight, but based on what you see, which side you see, sometimes you may feel very heavy, body is very heavy. So, but meditate for those who can control all mind, which one you want to see may appear in your mind. So, altogether 6. Hardness, softness, roughness and smoothness, lightness and heaviness. So you need to discern, you need to see closely one after another. So in the beginning, it is maybe may need to take time, but later faster you can do. So if you know those things, you understand earth element. So it is a reality. Based on reality, we think. Our knowledge is trying to reach that. And so if we train in this way, that the knowledge can reach quickly, can move one after another. So also can produce concentration. So also we say this is a me or my body. Actually, it is element. So the nature of elements may appear in your mind. So such a kind of mind is beneficial, make a problem less. So next one is the water element. There is water inside the body. Our body is not so dry. So the characteristics, what is the characteristics of the water? So for example, we have tissue. If you put water, you drop water on the tissue, the water may spread. So the tissue becomes wet. In the same way, we occasionally drink water. So that water spread to the body. The body is not so dry, little bit wet. So it is we call flowing or wetting. So nature. So if we see, trying to see closely, later that nature may appear like a sweat or like that. The body is the same, but the characteristics appear in your mind. Knowledge will reach only characteristics. So another nature is of water element is cohesion. We call it cohesion. Cohesion is something being sticky or stickiness. We have a hand form or leg form or body form because of water. So if a semen itself cannot form a statue, you put water mix. After that you can do a statue, or you can do house or wall like that, or floor like that. We have this form because of working together, earth and water. So because of this we have a form. If really no water, body will dry up. The precious as a dry things will go away like that. So because of water may make a stickiness, so the flesh are together like that. So it is a water element, two characteristics, wetting or flowing and the cohesion. So if we try to understand the cohesion, like things are like stick together, hand form, leg form like that. So they appear in mind. If so, you understand the water element. So other elements we can feel by body, like that hard and soft, heavy and light. But water element is something different. Only have to think by knowledge, by mind, cannot touch body. So whatever we think, we touch water, we can touch something like that. Not by body. We know something is by mind. So it is a bit subtle to think. So because of this, by using knowledge, you try to see water element. Next one is the fire element. So fire element is the temperature, cold or heat. So in our body or everything, if there is a things, there is a fire or temperature. Anything have a temperature, only less or much, only different. So even in the fire there is some amount of water, but very less. Even in the water there is some amount of fire. You can feel the water sometimes cold, sometimes heat. So it is a fire element. So temperature is normally for the healthy body, it is quite balanced. But based on which side you see, so we say cold. Cold means less heat. May say heat. For example, this weather, and someone may think it is hot. Someone may think it is cold. Based on which side you see. So try to see that cold and heat. So if you have mind power or knowledge, your mind can reach. If you see coldness may appear in your mind. If you see heat, so heat may appear in your mind. So next one is wind element. Wind element. So there is wind inside our body. So because of wind two characteristics. One day is supporting, one day is pushing. So we can sit like this. It is putting the air into the body. Because of this, we are stable, not fall down. So if someone wind is weak, some people have a disease like a stroke, the wind cannot go everywhere. If so, they cannot sit or fall down. So when we walk, our body is a bit strange, like rising up. Normally things cannot stay like that without wind, so we fall down. So because of this, one characteristic of wind is supporting the body. So body supports, supporting the body. So it is supporting nature. If you try to see from the back side, from the obvious place, later those nature will be obvious in your mind. So another characteristic is pushing. So pushing and supporting is actually one kind of things, wind element. So in the body there is a wind into the flesh, even into the bones, into the sinews or breathing. Those are winds. One nature, but which side you see, or strong or weak, only it is different. If the wind is strong, can move. For example, my hand from here to here move. Because of input, my mind produce predominance wind to move from here to here. So a lot of wind. Because of this, the hand can move. And in the same way, I speak. So my mind produces materialities with the predominance wind. So these materialities are shaking, hitting each other, sound are producing. So all these we eat and choose and swallow, maintain on the stomach the food. So after that push down. All these are done by wind. So if the wind is something balanced, just supporting. If it is very strong, the body will move. So it is a wind element. Altogether, 12 characteristics to see one by one. You can also place your concentration on that. So at that time, those only elements may appear in your mind. Some kind of perception as a being, you may be able to dispel it. It is good, related to some knowledge. So because of you think as an element, you can be better about the weather, cold or heat. You can dispel perception of being. So it's because of right view. Any right views can make problems less. Any wrong view can produce more problems. So right view or wrong view is usually considered based on benefit. If it is beneficial, it is a right view. So if it is a right view, it is beneficial. So because of that any right view, we need to think. We need to reflect. So this 4 kinds of materiality, if we discern, so it is producing a right view. So good for the life. It is for the benefit. So if we do Kananga, later can do very fast. Later, even within 1 minute, you may be able to do about 3 rounds. 3 rounds, faster. It is also later we have light. Your body like something like smoke. Later you may see like a brightness because the knowledge increase. So whenever knowledge arises, knowledge is I, knowledge is light. If there is I, we can see some. If there is light, we can see something. In the same way, if knowledge arises in the mind, you will see brightness. That brightness will show the object what you see. So some people practice meditation, focus on the body, but they don't do very systematically. They just try to see what is happening. So if so, one of these elements you will see, but not so systematically. Sometimes it can cause only one characteristics appear very obviously, so may not be balanced. If so, feel may not be good, may not be good for the health. If a practice is systematically discussing with the teacher if needed, if so, will be beneficial. Like a healthy, balancing elements can produce concentration. Okay, this is another type of meditation we call 4-element meditation. So, if you are successful in Anapana, to practice Vipassana, you may need to move. This is practicing. Also, you can start. Some people with the breathing, they have a problem. If so, they can start with this 4-element practicing. It is also one of practicing. It is for your meditation, for your understanding about the meditation objects. So anyway, most of people may practice breathing meditation. Now, time to practice. Is there any question you want to ask? If you have a question, you can ask.
It seems like you don't feel that you are doing it physically, but you are using your mind to do the breathing. Then as you go along, then do you feel the energy building up like that? Is it right or wrong? I'm not sure.
Yes, if something is good, so you may feel energy. So it is because of some concentration you have. So you use energy. It is also something correct, because if our mind is good, body become good, comfortable. So you may say energy. It is correct. So body and mind is like a healthy situation. So because of some concentration you have, if because of you may use energy, because of those energy, people can sit a very long time if really improve. Although they sit 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, they are not tired because of that energy. They are peacefully sitting.
But just now beginning when you talk about the jhana and say the lights, do you necessarily see the lights? When you say the light, what does it mean?
Okay. So if concentration or wisdom, it is high, although you no hope, expect the light will appear. So if really good means may not be just one session, you sit. If you do, later you will have energy to sit again, to sit longer. For example, can sit 2 hours, 3 hours. Rest maybe like 30 minutes, 1 hour, another 2 hours can sit. Because the body at that time have energy. So concentration will produce energy to longer time with a little rest. If you give those time, so later you are like continuously practicing. Although you catch up, this object is still available to practice, very easy. So life seems to be the whole time you are practicing. If you do like this, so the lights surely appear. So if the light to be at the light is need a lot of time to practice. But practicing will help you to be able to do such a long time, or to be able to do continuously, because of the mind produces energy. Our mind is very good. For the body, there are 4 causes. One is the mind, one is the food, one is the temperature, weather. The other one is our karma. We may say gene. So some people are gene already good. They can do more than others. So if these 4 conditions are very good, you can do very long time with a lot of energy. For example, meditation will help mainly to improve your mind. So still have the other causes like food. If your mind is good, the food you eat is also good. The weather you stay is also good. The karma, say gene, if it is good, so more powerfully arising. If something is wrong, for example, although someone has concentration, but if we have eaten bad food inside, so it's not so good, cannot produce so much energy like that. So, but anyway, food, weather, those are everybody have something. Also, everybody understand about the mind is by meditating we can improve our mind.
Another question.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind. Is Abhidhamma related to meditation?
Sure. Abhidhamma is but very wide way. So, if you are knowledgeable, you can learn more widely. For use, just for use is something you learn also okay. Yes, Abhidhamma is understanding about the body and mind, how we should manage, how we should program about the body and mind. So, very related. Many Buddha's teachings are for the benefit, for the life, for the body. Abhidhamma is more like something science, thinking as an element, but understanding cause and effect, how we need to do for the benefit.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there any doubt about the meditation? You can ask. Also, you should ask. Sometimes, if we have doubt, our mind cannot work well.
Everybody meditate very well, no doubt.
I'm a new beginner in meditation.
No problem.
So when I try to meditate, do I intentionally take deep breath so that I can concentrate, or I just breathe normally? Which is a better way actually?
Usually, our teachers, not to do naturally. From my own view, although you do little by controlling, no problem. But later, if you are okay, try to be natural later. Try to be natural. Because if you make it slow, little bit deep, it is obvious. The mind easy to follow and think will be beneficial. But no need to do very strongly like some kind of meditation method. they very strongly, like extremely doing, not just to know. Okay, we want to share merit. Repeat after. Be there